Please remember, while Fuller House is a family show, the Fullest House podcast is not. Therefore, listener discretion is advised. Welcome to the Fullest House podcast, where everything we do it for you. I'm Harrison.
I'm Zach.
I'm Mark.
And we have a high school reunion today, guys.
Whoa.
Guys, this is something I've been thinking about. I just want to know, we use this podcast as a jumping off point to do a lot of humorous bits and stuff. Can I try out a new character I've been thinking about?
Yes.
Sure, go for it.
He's called Regular Al.
Regular Al?
Regular Al? Can we speak to Regular Al?
Hello, I'm Regular Al.
Hey, Regular Al.
I perform non-parody versions of songs. Covers, you could call them.
Indeed. What are some other things that you like to do for fun, Regular Al?
Having straight, short hair.
Wow, you're so regular.
And wearing non-loud t-shirts, not Hawaiian button-down shirts.
Regular Al, what would you say your favorite food is?
I don't know enough about Weird Al to keep this going.
I was like really hoping you were going to say like something really random like stale white bread.
Well, the joke was he's the opposite of Weird Al, not just that he's regular.
Okay. I thought it was just like a regular dude. Okay.
We gotcha. I did not get that at first. I'm sorry. Okay.
That was the whole, that's literally just something we haven't recorded in a while. This was just a bit that I was thinking about for like a week.
Yeah, Mark also did not tell us about Regular Al prior to recording.
I like to spring things on you. But guys, it is 3 episodes later, and we still have the Christmas decorations up.
It's still Christmas.
Which confirms that this was definitely out of order.
Yeah, no, it's also the way that we're recording this podcast is we're recording it in order of the episodes as they appear on Netflix.
Yeah.
However, the way they appear on Netflix doesn't follow a linear story.
No, it's wrong.
I mean, I wanted to say it in a nice way, but yeah, I mean, you could say it like that too.
Netflix, which makes Fuller House, aired the episodes out of order, I guess, even though they released them all at once. And it's a streaming service, so it seems like it could be an easy fix to just switch the order again.
Yeah, I wonder, was it an intentional decision to put it out of order? Is that right?
I doubt it.
It is an artistic decision. They're playing around with time. It's very much like Christopher Nolan in his film Memento or his new film TENINT. Now in theaters, go see it to die.
We're not sponsored. We're not sponsored by Christopher Nolan.
I was also making a joke about how it was a bad idea to release TENINT in theaters during a pandemic. But yeah, no, it's an artistic choice because this show is so much about time.
Of course.
About nostalgia, about the relationship between the past and the present.
Exactly.
Things from 20 years ago pop up in the lives of these characters way more than they do for normal people. So
yeah, I mean, I could say, I mean, I can't speak for you guys, but I definitely cannot attest to events from 20 years ago showing up in my normal life.
I was 2 years old 20 years ago.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I was, well, almost 2, whatever. But like, I don't know, it's weird that it's out of order because like, so this episode ends, spoiler alert, with Steve telling DJ that he wants to propose to CJ. And the last episode ends with Steve proposing to CJ through DJ. Kind of weird how that works.
We'll get there, but like the whole thing, apparently, according to Tyler, it's the production order. This seems like an oversight. It still seems like an oversight.
Really big oversight.
Yeah. But it was a big twist right at the beginning because I was just in awe of the fact that they still had the Christmas decorations up.
Yeah.
And then DJ has a line about, well, Matt's still in India. When last episode we saw him get back from India. And I started to doubt my mind and my reality and my sanity. And that's what this show does. It challenges you as a viewer.
Yeah.
Well, you see, Mark, Matt's in India and Chandler's still in Yemen.
I shouldn't have let that get me, but that's so good. Just perfectly executed, Zach.
Thank you. We love to reference other shows and movies. We're not sponsored. We're not sponsored.
Often the shows that we reference are Friends. Is
Yes.
Friends?
Yes.
I guess is.
Sure.
Or is.
Sure.
Yeah.
The shows that we reference is Friends.
Yeah.
That was the sentence. That was the full sentence.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, you got it.
Yeah.
But yeah, DJ and Kimmy are going to their high school reunion.
That's right.
We're revisiting the past. Literally, it's all part of it.
Exactly.
That's why the episodes are aired out of order. It's an artistic choice.
Guys, remember Full House?
I do remember Full House.
I do remember Full House, and we see a lot of it here. Except some of the actors aren't the same.
Do you remember a lot of the very random characters?
I remember Full House. It was that show about like the 6 single friends living in the city. One of them was an actor. I think one of them was a paleontologist. Oh, is this Friends? This is Friends.
No,
again.
Mark. Full House is the show about poker where they're playing cards and they're like, "Hey, I got a full house. I win." It's not a real show.
I hate you sometimes. I love that joke, but I hate that it got to me.
I completely understand.
But guys, it's reunion time. They're really excited, but someone posted a mean meme of Kimmy.
How dare
on
they?
Facebook.
How dare they do that to our Kimmy?
Kimmy, who was extremely normal in high school.
Exactly.
She was extremely popular. Everybody loved her.
Extremely normal and not
fall from
embarrassing
grace.
in high school. She was as normal as our favorite character, Regular Al.
In that picture, in the mean meme, was that current Andrea Barber? It looked like current Andrea Barber,
It did look
right?
like current
Because
Andrea
that
Barber.
got
I
to
think
me
it
for
was
a
old
moment.
Andrea Barber. Andrea Barber, just like they've all aged very well.
She just doesn't age.
Yeah,
They've all aged pretty
that's
well.
true. They have. Yeah.
They could have dressed her up in a trash bag just to take some more photos, but I think it was old.
Okay.
Old Kimmy.
Maybe.
It was old Kimmy Gibbler as opposed to old Kimmy Gibbler. You get it?
Get
Because
it.
one is old as in it's her as she was in the 90s, and one is old as in she is older now.
Exactly.
In the present day.
I don't get it. Can you explain it again?
Right, so one is old as in it's Kimmy Gibbler as she was in the 90s.
Anyways, they go
and one
to
is
their high school reunion. Actually, no, before they go, Stephanie comes in and she prepares theme music for all of the children to show how good they've all been doing in school.
They're very accomplished children, not just in school. Though most of them in school. Max has been named Student of the Month for the 8th time.
Jesus Christ. That's just mean to the other kids.
Wait. It's December. How is he Student of the Month? Does it like carry over from the previous year?
Yeah, you're right. Yeah.
Because school, does it carry over? Max, the summer months don't count.
I was about to ask the very stupid question of maybe they give out Student of the Month every week. I was going to say that completely unironically. I'm glad someone else kept talking because that made me catch myself.
But yeah, Max is won Student of the Month 8 times in a row somehow.
You're right, that's very weird. Also weird, Ramona has been named, she's one of the newspaper's 15 dancers under 15. Here are my things about this. One, I love that she says the newspaper.
Yeah.
They say the newspaper multiple times. They do not specify which newspaper.
You know, the local newspaper. That one.
They couldn't even just take San Francisco and add Gazette to the end of it.
The San Francisco Tribune.
I'm pretty sure the real one is San Francisco Chronicle. Someone look that up. I don't know things about newspapers.
I'm on it. You guys
I
vamp
don't
for a
know
bit.
San Francisco newspapers.
Vamp for a bit. I'm Googling. I'm Googling.
And then the other thing is they have a list of specifically dancers under 15.
That is a very strange cutoff point.
It is the San Francisco Chronicle.
San Francisco Chronicle.
I've realized that every time I'm right about something, I raise my arms up. Like,
You did raise your arms. You did raise your arms in triumph, and it was great. They couldn't see it because this is an audio format, but I saw it on our Discord call, and I appreciate you. I want you to know that I appreciate you.
Whenever I am proven right about something, I raise my arms up in the air and say, and often I say Mark was right.
Okay, I don't do that. I raise my arms triumphantly, but I don't say, hey, Zach was right.
I say that out loud. I'm surprised you guys haven't noticed, because I genuinely do that.
Oh, I've noticed you
time.
raising your arms.
I mean,
I haven't heard you saying Mark is right.
Yeah, I don't hear that, but I do see you do that, and I don't think anything of it because I feel like I do it as well.
Yeah. We all deserve to celebrate our wins.
I think mine is sort of a goalpost for my arms are at these
It's
like
like,
90
it's
degree
good.
angles. Like,
The kick is good.
It's good. It's good. I got this.
It's good.
Or you're just like about to just pull out the robot and you're just like
I mean,
going
we
at
are
it.
from New Jersey. Sometimes I suspect the Italian in us that we don't have because we're not Italian is just gonna like burst out in flames, and we're gonna like start waving our hands around and like saying, "Hey, what the hell are you
Italian
talking
that's in us
about?"
through osmosis of living in New Jersey for most of our lives.
Yes.
But our final accomplished young person is J Money, who does
Yes.
not get any intro music.
At all. It's very
Yeah,
mean.
he doesn't
all.
get intro music.
Stephanie says that like, oh, we weren't dancing, but like he was, and they all
Yeah.
came in with music ahead of time.
He hit the whip and nay. What do you
Yeah.
expect, Steph? Is he not cool enough for you, Aunt Stephanie? Is that what it's about?
There's a whole joke. Yeah, well, there's a whole joke where Steph goes, "That was dancing." It's like, but you played music for the other people before they were in the room. Come on, Aunt Steph. You're better than this. You're better than this.
Showing some real
Aunt Steph.
favoritism there, Aunt Steph. God.
But J Money got all A's this semester.
He got
and
straight
no one
A's.
believes him, including us.
Yeah.
I loved that the second he said that, we went, no, that's not true.
Not just us, but like everyone in the show.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
DJ was like, what?
But I liked it. I think we were saying it before DJ started saying it.
No, yeah,
The rest
we
was like an
instantly knew something was up.
Yeah.
And I think I kind of remembered this plot point from when it happened the first time, but I thought it was different from how it actually was. I thought it was going to be like the grades were wrong and the professor has to call and say that it was a mistake. But nope. It's much better.
The journey is more internal.
Yeah.
Yeah, Steve and CJ show up, but I don't think anything else super significant happens in this scene.
No, not really.
We do get the utterance of what is quickly becoming America's favorite catchphrase. It's always open.
It's always open. It's so funny and cute. No, it's not. It's really annoying. I hate it when they say it. I really
And that's
don't
all
like
I
that
have to say about
catchphrase.
that.
Yeah.
Yep.
Then we're at the reunion.
Yeah, where Fernando is wearing his race car driver outfit.
Yes. Kimmy makes him wear his race car driver
Yes.
uniform.
Kimmy wants to show off her hot husband to all of her high school bullies for
Yes.
being mean to her. And she's like, hey, you think I was weird in high school? I'm dating Fernando now.
To be fair, if I was in her shoes, same.
Yep.
Oh, yeah. No, I think that's really it's what any sane person would do in that scenario.
Honestly, if I wasn't dating Fernando, I'd take Fernando to my high school reunion and just be like, look at this man. Look at this beautiful man.
So what you're saying is for our high school reunion, which is coming up at some point, we make a plan to kidnap Juan Pablo Di Pace.
Yes, please come on our podcast, Juan Pablo Di Pace, but also please come
also
to our high school reunion.
Yes. We need to like walk in and we're all like just clinging to Juan Pablo Di Pace like he has us on both arms.
We have theme music. We just like walk in a line of the four of us all wearing matching suits.
Yeah.
Yes.
I was about to say matching tuxedos, yes.
Yeah, matching tuxedos with sunglasses
Yeah.
inside because we don't give a fuck.
And guys, powder blue.
Powder blue, yes. I didn't say powder blue, but in my mind, I think we all knew it was powder blue.
Oh,
blue
in
tuxedos.
my mind it was like a black tux, but I'm so down for powder blue.
There have been multiple times when like we're talking about some hypothetical dumb situation and Zach takes it in a let's be cool route, and I'm like, no, we're gonna make this the silliest thing possible.
There have been multiple. I was looking through my old photos, and there's one time where Mark and I took a picture together, and my mom was like, "Hey, why don't you guys do a picture like back to
love this
back?"
one.
And so I did like a cool thing with my arms crossed and just like staring at the camera with a blank expression. And Mark, you want to?
That's specifically what I was thinking of.
Yeah.
We were at your brother's bar mitzvah. A photographer came up to us. I think I said to you, like, oh, let's go back to back and do the thing.
Yeah.
And didn't explain what it was. So you do this cool pose, and I do this big, like, weird, silly expression and, like, point to you with the intent of being like, this one. Yeah, because in my mind, it was like, oh, we'll go back to back, and it'll be like the poster of like a buddy movie where we're two people with different personalities who don't get along.
Yeah, we both went entirely separate directions
Which,
on that one.
by
It's
the
still
way,
my
means
favorite
that
pictures.
it works super well.
I was about to say, it actually
it works so
it
well.
worked because Zach just looks annoyed at me.
I like saw that picture a couple days ago and I was like, oh yeah, that picture. It's absolutely wonderful.
I'm just saying this
picture.
is the same thing where you're like, oh, I was thinking cool tuxedos. And I'm like, no, I was thinking the lamest tuxes we could find.
Yeah. Powder blue with the puffy like frills or whatever. Yeah.
Yes.
Oh, with frills? Oh
Yeah. Yeah, on the shirt, whatever you call it.
La cravat.
But we're not at a high school reunion. Kimmy and DJ are at a high school reunion.
Yeah.
And Kimmy girds herself for the oncoming embarrassment by saying, Kimmy, you can do this. You are a strong black woman.
So they walk in, Timmy, being a strong black woman, isn't about to let bullies get to her. Until they do, a few seconds later, when they point out the trash thing.
Things immediately go wrong for Kimmy. And I appreciate that they did the whole thing where someone posted a photo of it in a Facebook group, because at least there's an explanation. Otherwise, I would have been like, why do these people remember this one thing that happened one night in high school?
Yeah.
But she gets on stage because she planned the party and introduces her beautiful, lovely fiance, Fernando. I said, not remembering the episode, but making a guess. I want you guys to believe me. I wasn't remembering it. I was making a guess. I said, oh, is Fernando going to come in covered in bee stings or something?
And then I immediately said, you
Yeah,
remembered!
we both remembered. Yeah, no, Harrison and I, you said that and I immediately remembered. I was like, oh, that is exactly what happens.
I was making a guess based on what I thought was going to happen, and I'm glad it spurred your memories.
And I think he was about to take the mask off, and we were all chanting, bees, 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 bees.
Because he comes in with a helmet. And then guess what? Mark was right.
Bees!
Mark was right. It was bees.
It was bees.
You were right. It was bees.
Oh, I want a t-shirt that says surprise, it was bees.
But yeah, as it turns out, while Fernando was waiting for his cue, he got stung by a bunch of bees and thought, maybe it was a bad idea to start hurling rocks at their nest.
Yes, that's not a joke we're making. That's a joke Fuller House made.
Yeah.
Fernando was just throwing rocks at a beehive for no reason.
Oh God, he lives dangerously. When you're a race car driver, you're constantly looking for the thrills, including throwing rocks at beehives.
Fernando is an adrenaline junkie, living life on the edge.
Exactly. Yeah. That's our boy Fernando, our good boy Fernando.
Good boy. And he's so happy. Like they say, like he says, funny story. I was throwing rocks at this beehive and I got stung a bunch. I might be slightly allergic, but everything should be fine. So I'm not going to go to the hospital or anything.
Oh God.
Let's get this party started.
Hell yeah. That's taking it in stride. Just get lit, and you'll forget all about those bee stings as they kill you, slowly.
And then Kimmy, who it is now revealed that she planned out the reunion, is gonna put on her 90s playlist because the DJ isn't here yet, which is weird. I mean, they have a DJ right there. Is DJ Fuller. You get the joke? Anyway, she puts on... She puts on her 90s playlist, but it's not her 90s playlist, it's her voicemail.
From her doctor.
Oh, how embarrassing.
How embarrassing.
It was a yeast infection, right? Isn't that what it was? Or...
She says urinary tract
infection.
infection.
Tract infection.
Urinary tract
Okay.
infection.
Yeah. Ouch.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yikes.
That's painful.
Anyways, then she puts on MC Hammer's smash hit, Can't Touch This.
The enduring classic.
And then they all do the hammer dance, but not really because our main characters are wearing high heels.
Yeah, well, I was going to say they don't all do the hammer dance because very
Kimmy
specifically...
and DJ do the hammer
Exactly.
Yeah.
The course of events is Kimmy says, let's get this party started. And in response to that, everybody clears from the dance floor to let Kimmy and DJ dance. And I don't mean it like they leave and discuss and it's a whole thing. I just mean they all go to the edge of the dance floor to watch our main characters dance. Yeah, it's like they clear the dance floor
like Kimmy and DJ about to pull some real epic shit when it's just not.
Yeah.
It's real bad.
It's pretty bad. It's not good dancing. It's not like they really choreographed it super well. Yeah.
Yeah, this is the one time that they didn't have a choreographed dance.
Yeah.
In this show.
They were just like, you guys know MC Hammer.
But the thing that actually happens is Kimmy's dress rips.
Da, da, da.
Exposing her Spanx.
Her Spanx? Anything but the Spanx.
Spanx.
And she runs off in shame, even though it's, I mean, not that big a deal. I mean, I guess it comes right after the trash thing, so it's like, ouch.
Yeah.
But... and the bee thing.
You don't like to wear clothes around your high school classmates, you fucking weirdo.
History is repeating itself. The episode is about time and our relationship to it. It's all connected.
That's right. This is one of the only Fullest House episodes with a legitimate theme.
Anyways, DJ, well, Kimmy's doing that. DJ is in the reunion and is talking to some old friends, some other people from Full House that you probably don't remember, but they remember.
That's right. There's Nelson, who is not played by James Marsden. There's Scott Manville, who shows up later, and then there's
not
Viper.
James Marsden, Jason.
Oh, Jason Marsden.
Sorry.
Damn it. Okay.
James Marsden is a different handsome man.
Damn it. Okay.
Anyways, no, actually, IMDb trivia. So Jason Marsden actually was invited back for this episode, but he declined, partly due to scheduling conflicts, because he felt that he could earn more money by appearing at a comic convention the same weekend that they were filming this episode of Fuller House. So he went to the convention.
Which, to be fair,
no.
like, yeah, that he's...
Yeah.
You can make bank at those, and also he's Max Goof. He's Chester McBadbat.
He's Jason Marsden.
Let's
just call it how it
Bart
is.
Allen, a.k.a. Impulse, a.k.a. Kid Flash in Young Justice. But no, instead we have...
Hal Sparks from Lab Rats.
We have Hal Sparks.
Yeah, Jason Marsden is the only original actor who does not return for this episode, and he's instead played by Hal Sparks.
I really love that. I really love that this show's bread and butter is bringing things back from Full House. And one time someone said, oh, no, I can't do that, or I'm not going to do that. And they were like, well, let's do it anyway. We're recasting the role.
We might as well just get the IMDb trivia out of the way because we missed this earlier. They go back to their old yearbook at the beginning of the episode, and DJ is described as most likely to marry Lance Bass. She won that superlative, I guess. But according to IMDb, since they graduated in 1995 and NSYNC's first public performance was in October 22nd of 1995, several months after the class graduated, Lance Bass would not yet have been the public figure to inspire such a category.
That's some game theory shit. That's some MatPat stuff. Damn.
Hello,
what
Internet. Welcome to Four House Theory.
Wow. That's wow. Did not expect that.
But hey, that's just a theory. A Lance Bass theory. Thanks for watching.
Oh, God.
Hey, Zach, can you do the rest of the podcast in that voice?
As MatPat?
Yeah, but specifically doing the outro.
I'm specifically doing the outro of Game Theory? Yeah. Oh, God. I feel like that's such a cadence. All right, hold on. All right, guys, I can try. I can really try, but I don't know if it'll be successful.
Well, Nelson isn't the only one who's back.
There's Viper.
Because also, DJ's ex-boyfriend, Viper, who might be my favorite character in the episode.
He's fantastic.
I think this bit has run its course.
Yes, it has. I am done with it.
Yeah. I feel like if we keep doing this the entire episode, it's gonna get real annoying real fast.
Yes.
But yes,
Viper is my favorite because Viper hits that box that we so want all of our characters on Fuller House to hit.
Sadness.
Viper is very sad.
He has a job at Foot Locker.
I also love how he comes in and Mark told us later once DJ said Viper, Mark was just like, oh, I thought his name was Dragon, which is like very close.
I knew his name was something like that. I thought it was Dragon. I forgot it was Viper. He comes in with a leather vest.
It's like a sleeveless leather vest, I think. Is it sleeveless? I feel like it's sleeveless.
Zach,
Yes?
I'm pretty sure most vests are sleeveless.
Oh, wait a minute.
I'm pretty sure all vests are sleeveless.
I got confused with the term vest and jacket.
No, Zach, I understand. Again, I'm the guy who was going to say maybe they give Student of the Month out every week.
Yeah, but you stopped yourself from saying that. I did not. Anyways.
I just wanted to acknowledge that, yes, indeed, his vest is sleeveless.
Yeah. So Zach was right. Zach was right, ladies and gentlemen. Who was right? Zach was right. I just want you to acknowledge that I was right.
You are right.
Thank you.
You're right, and you're right in that it's important to note he does not have sleeves under the vest.
Yeah. Thank you. Continue.
He is a sleeveless man. He tells DJ, and I'm still in a band.
And I have a job at Foot Locker.
You know, in my off time from the Foot Locker. Yeah. Where I have to buy beer for my boss. Actually, yeah, like he says my boss makes me buy him beer.
Yeah, and he's like upset about it.
I mean, that is a pretty bad job.
And he says, like, I can't believe you wasted your time with this guy. And Viper goes, how'd you know I was wasted? And also, maybe we should have saved this for Sad Boy of the Week, but this scene just made such an impression on me. Viper also, it should be pointed out, did not go to their high school. He is there specifically to win back DJ.
I forgot about that. That was so weird.
Oh, yeah.
If I were DJ and all of my ex-boyfriends started stalking me at my high school, I would just, I don't know, start making out with Kimmy to throw them off the trail. Be like, sorry, guys.
Well, luckily she doesn't have to, because who comes in but Dr. Stephen Hale.
Stephen Hale.
With his classic line, my name is Steve. Sorry. His classic line, yup, my name is Steve.
Well, okay, for context, he comes in and everyone's like, Steve? It's one at a time, but like you understand. He's like, yep, my name is Steve. And then he takes DJ away. And then Nelson and Viper are left alone with only their thoughts and each other. And the sexual tension between the two of them.
Yes.
We do not deserve Scott Wenger.
I love that they immediately pair up right after they leave. Like they just immediately gravitate towards each other, just fueled by their rivalry.
Yep. Tyler points out that it's the hit Jason Lee show, My Name is Earl, but with 100% more Steve. And I just want to say, maybe that's our spinoff for the episode?
Yes.
Steve living in a small backwater town, doing good deeds, righting his own wrongs.
Or alternate spinoff, buddy cop TV show with Viper and Nelson.
Yes. For a second, because Tyler texted an edited version of the image we were referring to earlier, I thought you were going to say buddy cop show starring me and Zach.
Well, that's our show. That's our show, and I'm your police chief.
That could also be a thing where it's like I'm the experienced cop who's got to deal with the new.
And hey, I'm the wacky cop.
And I'm the chief.
Oh, I just got out of the police academy.
And that image is just the trailer image for that. It's like I don't want to say movie poster because this is a mini series, of course. But it's like from that image, we have a thing where I'm just like the serious cop who doesn't play by the rules, and Mark's like, I'm the wacky cop. Hey, I'm here too. I'm your partner.
Can I make a request? Can I play the chief whose only line is, "You guys are off the case. You're out of line. You're a loose cannon, you two."
Oh yeah, you mean the only other recurring character on the show?
Yes.
Yep.
Exactly.
Yes,
every other character shows up once and then like
every other
dies
character
off
shows up
screen.
for like one episode. It's like Law and Order. It's like a Law and Order type thing.
Yes. You guys have like a different love interest every episode who you always have to fight over.
Oh, is it just Law and Order where we're not partners? You're the detective. I'm the lawyer.
Yes!
And it's me being a wacky lawyer. Hey, you think I'm out of order? You're out of order. That's what the judge says.
I don't know, this voice is turning more and more into Joey Wheeler as you go along.
Hey, Yug. I'm a lawyer now, Yug. Baby dragon. Tyler very much wants us to get back to the episode.
Back to the Fuller house. J Money is putting his grades on the fridge because he's that proud of it. This is his greatest achievement ever, faking his report card.
You say that as a joke, but he says it's good to have something to put on the fridge that's not a hand turkey. This is, in fact, his greatest achievement. But Ramona just has to go like, I still don't get how you got straight A's.
Like, they're already
I've never
suspicious.
seen you study once. Yeah.
Well, he dreamed big, as he put it very intelligently. He dreamed. And you know what? That counts for something.
Actually, the quote is, in America, it's not about studying, it's about dreaming big.
Yeah, exactly. But Max sees through it right away because he's a supervillain.
Yep. Max has had strong supervillain energy for a few episodes now.
For quite a while. He's just been becoming more and more evil. Last season, he was trying to, like, do good by the world. Or was it this season? It was this season. Yeah. This season, he was trying to do good by the world. But then after Taylor, nearly won that contest, it just disillusioned him. He's now evil. He just wants to bring the whole world down. What a shame. What a shame.
It's a shame. He like, I'm pretty sure he spins around at some point. Like, he spins and says, "Oh, really, Jackson?
Yes!
You see, I used a printer copier." I forget what the full title is, but he says the full title every single time. Printer, fax machine, copier, fax machine. To find your original report card. Next time when you're going to make a fake, don't leave the original in the printer, fax machine, copier, photocopier, fax machine. Nah. That's what he sounds like.
Before we move on with this scene, I want to also mention specifically the sassy pose that Max makes when he's handing the report card to Stephanie. Like, it's just a very fluid hand motion while the other arm is, like, on his waist, and he's got that real sassy pose going on.
He's turning from Max Fuller to Maximilian Fuller.
Yes.
Sassy criminal and world's greatest criminal mind.
Debonair heistman extraordinaire.
I'm picturing him wearing the Riddler suit.
Yes.
I could see Max in a Riddler suit.
Yeah, Max as the Riddler makes sense. Which, especially because Robin's in this episode. Oh boy, is that a transition? Is that
actually there was a little
from Zach, the king of transitions? Mark, don't fuck this up for me.
I don't mean to step on your transition, king of transitions, but one, we're kind of not there yet, and two, there was more I wanted to say about this scene.
Okay, go
ahead.
Because J Money is exposed. And he storms off very angrily, like his energy does not match the rest of the scene. Just like, what? Well, who cares if I faked my grades? It's all stupid. You're stupid. I'm out of here. And he leaves.
Yeah.
And I just thought it was a very intense energy at the end of that scene that, as someone who was just through a hellish finals week, felt very true when you're just done with everything.
That's fair.
Yep.
I mean, we've all been through.
Sometimes you just don't want to be told something. Like that you're bad
Exactly.
at life because your grades are terrible and you had to change them to impress one person.
Yeah. Let's see. Yeah, we went a little bit out of order because some of the party, that scene happens before some of the party that we described. It's that scene and then the stuff with like Nelson and America's favorite man, Viper.
The most beautiful man.
Most beautiful man. Except for, well, he's the most beautiful man right now because the real most beautiful man was stung by a bunch of bees.
Yes.
Because chronologically, before our good pal Robin shows up, Stephanie goes to console the moping J Money, who's in his room upset that he's not good at anything. Which, like, I don't mean that it's factually true.
Yeah.
It's sad.
And it's not framed as him being like pathetic sad, like how we make
he's
fun
like
of him for being
actually
sad.
depressed.
He's really sad.
He's like actually
Yeah.
depressed.
I just think it's funny because, like, I swear there's a line in an earlier episode where J Money's like, I'm not good at anything. And then in this episode, he's like, I'm not good at anything. And I just love it. I love that we've turned this thing that was so much of a punchline into a character.
It really do be like that sometimes.
It's so
It
good.
do be like that sometimes.
They just they knew when there was gold and they struck it.
Guys. Hashtag mood.
Hashtag mood.
Yeah, that's me after finals right now. I'm not good at anything.
Stephanie tries to bolster his spirits. She says, Cosmo loves you. And Cosmo immediately leaves the room, and that is some good dog acting.
Yeah, if we saw that level of acting from the babies in this show, we wouldn't be complaining about them.
Yeah. Get on the dog's level, baby.
Take that, Moose from Frasier. Tyler says in the chat.
Tyler just started watching Frasier, so we can. You guys want to talk about Frasier for a bit?
Oh hell
I haven't
yeah!
seen the show.
I've seen one episode with you. Wait, I saw Cheers with you, not Frasier.
So Mark is the only one who knows anything about Frasier here.
I've seen more Frasier than I think I've seen.
Mark, please go on about Frasier.
Frasier, I was telling you guys, Frasier's a weird show. Every time I watch Frasier, I feel like I'm asleep. Not because it's boring, but it feels so dreamlike to me. It feels like every time I watch it, it feels like it's a rainy Saturday.
That's nice.
So anyways, Fuller House.
Yeah, that's my take on Frasier. We noticed J Money has a throw pillow that says nap on it.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
My theory is that, it's for when he wants to take a nap, but he doesn't want to remove all those throw pillows. Just throw pillows are by design really annoying and stupid. So he just naps on the throw pillow. It's his
But
nap
hey,
pillow.
that's just a theory. A nap theory. Thanks for watching. I'm sorry, you said theory and like my spidey senses were tingling.
Do not apologize for that. That was so good. That was
you are
so
on
well
fire
done.
today,
So
Zach.
good.
You are on fire.
I know, I'm like so funny right now. Keep telling me how good I am at jokes.
That was the kind of energy that I was hoping to bring with regular Al.
Don't worry, Mark. Regular Al will have his day.
So we determined I can do two voices, and that's Matt Pat and JFK from Clone High. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's good voices to do.
It is good voices to be able to do.
Oh, you're
So, back to the dance. Back
This
to
is
the
dangerous.
reunion. Where we have,
you gotta throw some more A's and I's in there, kind of like, so we're after the dance. Kimmy's there in the photo booth machine, and I'm gonna stop with the voice now.
Please do.
God. Yeah.
Kimmy and DJ are in the photo booth machine. Kimmy is upset about how everything's going wrong. DJ confides in Kimmy that she's having a good time with Steve. Like, a really good time. Like, a really, really good time with Steve. And, like, maybe she's still in love with Steve.
What? Really? Wow. I hate that its storytelling dictates that they always have to get with like the first person they met. Like in teen romances, you always know. Sorry, any teen girls listening to this. I'm going to spoil every romance novel ever. It's never going to be the second guy. It's always going to be the first one she sees across the hallway and stares gloomily at.
I just want to point out we were bad-mouthing throw pillows and condescending towards teen romance stories. Can you tell this podcast is hosted by 3 men?
I'm not.
No, I'm not calling it whatever. I'm just saying, like.
Yeah, I guess so. You're right. Yeah.
But then who should show up? Do you want to do? I forget what your transition was, Zach. But do you want to introduce him?
Anyways, since Max would be good in a Riddler costume.
Could I?
Yes.
Oh yeah. I was gonna say, do you want me to try to set you up?
Yeah. Okay.
Some other way?
Yeah. Please. Out. Put it up.
Holy reunion, guys!
Whoa, Mark. That's a Batman reference. Speaking of Batman, the voice of Robin's in this episode.
We do see Scott Manville, and he is just glorious.
He's so good in this episode.
He is.
I didn't see the original episode he's from, but he's just what a sweetheart.
I think he was in multiple episodes. He dated Kimmy.
Oh, okay.
And I think he was her date to the prom.
Oh, okay.
And he's a motivational speaker now.
Yes.
Yeah. He's like a Tony Robbins guy. I just expect him to like shake Kimmy around and yell at her like, optimize your life.
Yeah. He says, I used to say whatever all the time, and that was my catchphrase, and I've turned it into a lifestyle model. There are bad things in your life? Whatever. Things are getting you down? Whatever. People are saying you can't do that? Whatever. You do you. Yeah. And he's very good in this like kind of one scene. He's in the latter half. I mean, not half. We're way more than halfway through this episode. He's still there, but this is kind of his big moment, and he's so good in this moment.
He is. And he just spends the rest of the episode in the background just looking really proud of what he's accomplished.
Yes, because he inspires Kimmy to go out and just seize the day.
Hell yeah. Just go out, wear that trash bag. Own those bullies. Fuck the establishment. Yeah.
Fuck your stupid rules. I'm gonna wear a trash bag and dance with my horrible faced husband. Only horrible faced temporarily because of the bee stings.
Yes. We're not calling you ugly.
He's a very handsome man.
You're a very beautiful man.
100%. 100%.
So she runs out, ready to face the day.
Honestly, I can bring up, I don't know how to attack this. The pacing on this episode is a little weird, I think.
Yeah, it is a little weird.
You don't really notice it watching it. So maybe the pacing is fine, but it makes sense because they're at the party the whole time, and then the rest of it is the kids, and there never feels like a good time to then go back to the kids. It never feels like there's a scene end that's conclusive and then we can cut away.
Is it also that they never really collide in any way? Like the A and the B plot. Like Jackson never gets comeuppance for faking his report card. Yeah.
No. Because I was gonna say there's the scene where DJ and Kimmy are commiserating about everything, and DJ is having a great time, and Kimmy's complaining that everybody knows she has a UTI. And then we go to the end of the J-Money plot, and then we go back to the party, and that's when we come to Dwayne. We kind of keep skipping over the other plot because it's so hard to know when it should come back in.
Yeah, it's very sudden shifts.
I just wanted to know, do you think we should just finish out the party and then say what happens with the J-Money plot, or should we go back?
Yeah, sure.
Let's just go one plot at a time. Finish the party.
Yeah, let's just do the party.
Yeah, because that's how it felt natural to do it. I know then we paused to talk about how it doesn't feel natural, but I think it's a worthy thing to talk about I think the pacing is a thing to talk about. Because Kimmy goes back out in a trash bag, ready to face her peers, Fernando shows up. I think we said the part of Claude Rains will be played by Fernando tonight because he is dressed like the Invisible Man.
It's such a random costume choice. It's so great.
Like his face is like wrapped up, and he has like a trench coat and sunglasses and a fedora. And he comes in and he's like, "Kimberlina, it's me. I didn't want to draw any attention to myself." I'm not gonna attempt Fernando's voice, but he didn't want to draw any attention to himself, and he thought the best way to do that was to dress up as the Invisible Man.
Yes, but me and Tyler were both very bothered because he's missing the Groucho Marx nose. There's supposed to be a fake nose, and he doesn't have it. Instead, he's just suffocating behind wrappings.
And I just want to say, in regards to the Claude Rains of it all,
yeah,
I need Fernando in Casablanca now.
Yes.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Yes, 100%.
And Fernando would be in the most beautiful of friendships.
Oh yes.
You know, he says, "I don't want to attract attention." Kimmy says, "You don't need to do that. I'm not afraid anymore." So they unwrap his bandages, and everybody laughs at him, which I think is very mean.
Yeah, what the fuck?
Yeah, like he has bee stings. One, he's in distress, and two, like, he doesn't have a perfect face, so you're gonna immediately laugh at him.
Yeah.
What would you do if he walked in with like a face injured from a car crash? Be like, ha ha!
Yeah. Scott Menville is so proud of Kimmy.
Yeah.
It keeps cutting back to him. Robin is so proud of her. And the popular girl who posted the mean meme goes up to Kimmy and says, like, "Kimmy, you were never afraid to be weird and just be yourself, and I always admired that. Hey, everybody, to Kimmy Gibbler." And they all start slow clapping.
Because everyone loves Kimmy Gibbler now.
Everybody loves Kimmy now.
That's another good thing here is that Fernando asked what that means, and they're like, "Oh, it's a slow clap." You know, like that part of the movie where everyone realizes that they like the weird kids and they're cool and they're finally accepted by the cool kids. And Fernando's like, "Oh, what a relief. Because in Argentina, it means you're about to be executed."
Yeah. That was so out of left field.
Yep. And that's how the episode ends.
It is, yeah.
That's the end of the episode. Just everybody likes Kimmy Gibbler now, I guess. And then they dance. And then they dance. But to wrap up the J Money plot, to make up for J Money having no accomplishments, they decide to have a Jackson Fuller Awards show.
Yes, which they utterly fail at. Like, they are so bad.
I also want to say, the way they get him downstairs is they say, "Hey, Jackson, come downstairs." And he's like, "No." And they go, "Lola's here." And he goes, "I'm coming."
Yep. And I think the only one that's, like, maybe worthwhile and has emotional resonance is Ramona's, who says, you know, "When I came into this house, you gave up your room for me." To which he says, "No, I didn't. My mom took it away."
Which is
and
true.
She's like, "Still, when you..." And then, my mom took it away and then I ran away from home. And then Ramona says, "Still, eventually, you gave your room to me. So I wanted to give you the award for Best New Brother of 2016. And I thought that was pretty sweet.
That was sweet.
And then Max is, "You got rid of the monster in my closet.
You saved my life."
So here's Cosmo's Obedience Award." Like, he couldn't even write something new on it.
Which is probably the worst gift you could give someone. Your dog's Obedience Award.
But the thing that does the trick is Lola says, "You're a good boyfriend and you're a good kisser."
And he immediately, like, boom, instantly his mood changes.
Yeah, it's just like, really?
Yeah.
And I love, they try to make it into a bigger thing where Stephanie says, "See, you're a good friend and a good brother and a good boyfriend. People will love you." And J Money's just like, yeah. So I'm a good kisser?
Yeah. You didn't do anything, Stephanie.
I was kind of worried that they were going to make it into a whole, like, real emotional beat. But J Money just saved it by going, "No, yeah, emotions. I'm a good kisser? Want to kiss now?"
But yeah, and I think that's about it.
So, So speaking of awards that are given to J Money.
Speaking of awards that are given at the end of the episode, sometimes to J Money, it's time for Sad Boy of the Week. Mark, don't steal my job.
I thought of it as maybe the perfect transition. I figured maybe I'd say like, hey, Zach, do you want a good transition for you to do it?
It's fine. I forgive you. All right, guys. So for Sad Boy of the Week this week, I think there's really only like 2 main contenders.
Well, we always say that, but then we think of more.
Yeah, I have a few.
Okay. The 2 I'm thinking of are Fernando and J Money.
Fernando, J Money,
and maybe some of the
Viper and Nelson.
Viper and Nelson.
I think they have to be counted as one.
I think they have to be counted as one, which might give them an unfair advantage, but yes.
Viper, I kind of ran through his case earlier,
but we didn't go as much. We didn't go in as much detail on Nelson.
That's true,
and he has some really sad moments.
Nelson, when DJ asks, "How are you?" he responds, mishearing it as, "How many homes do you own?"
Which he then proceeds to describe his multiple
homes. Nelson is still, like every man in the show, hung up on DJ, even though he is now wealthy and beyond imagining.
Could probably have most any woman he wants. Maybe not any woman he wants, because he is very sad, but still.
He quarrels with Viper, loses an arm wrestling match.
Yes, that's another thing where they're arm wrestling. Nelson is trying really hard and Viper's just kind of sitting there. Like looking off into the distance.
Yeah.
Presumably thinking about philosophy, the meaning of life, etc.
And boobs.
And also
philosophy and boobs.
Yeah,
Nietzsche with giant
Nietzsche with like huge tits. Yeah.
Nietzsche was the first big titty goth girlfriend.
Yes.
So I can't think of anything else for Nelson, really.
All right, Viper.
Viper, like I said, he's in a band when he's not working at the Foot Locker. He has to buy beer for his boss. He didn't go to this school, but is at the reunion because he's still deeply in love with DJ. He's wasted right now in this moment. He is wearing a sleeveless vest.
Shut up.
Sleeveless vest.
Shut up.
I understand what you meant, because one can wear a shirt or something with sleeves under a vest, but Viper is both wearing a vest and is sleeveless.
You're giving me too much credit there. I mistook vest for jacket.
Also, the vest is leather, which means either he bought a leather vest, which is very strange, or he cut the sleeves off of a leather jacket, which is sad.
I think they do sell leather vests.
I think that probably is, yeah.
Yeah, but it's definitely in Viper's character to cut the arms off of a jacket.
Yes, pay more money for the jacket so you can cut them off.
And finally, and perhaps most importantly, his name is Viper.
His name is Viper.
That's you know what? You bring up a valid point.
Oh gosh.
But yeah, let's move on to
here's my thing with J Money in this episode.
Mm-hmm.
J Money was so literally sad and not really pathetic in the way we like, but just so literally sad. I think we should throw him a bone and make him Rad Boy of the Week.
I think, you know what? I like that idea.
That's not an official word, but I'm fine with that. Yeah.
Because J Money is a cool guy.
Yeah.
It's an unofficial award. We won't be posting about it. By the way, if you want to see our updated Sad Boy of the Week rankings, we upload them to our Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram every single week. But we do not. It's an honorary award. We're not going to post about it, but I'm fine giving him Rad Boy of the Week.
Yeah.
Yep.
I like that.
So, our beautiful boy, Fernando.
Yes.
Fernando is tricked into wearing a race car driver's uniform to this reunion because Kimmy tells him that's what people wear to reunions in America. He decides to spend his time throwing rocks at a beehive. And then, wouldn't you know it, he gets stung by a bunch of bees. But he's not down about it. He is having an allergic reaction, but he's not down. There's a whole line that I love where he says, like, I forget, it's if he has to, he'll order a lift to the hospital. It's cheaper than Uber.
Yeah.
And then DJ says, "Are you sure?" And then he says, "Yes, I checked the prices."
Yeah. Yeah, he's like, "Are you sure? Like, are you sure you don't need to go to the hospital?" So his face is covered with bee stings and is actively swelling, but he's not factoring much into what he does. He does, I guess, end up going to the hospital or maybe he just runs out and finds gauze to wrap up his head. So he goes to the hospital. He comes back dressed as the Invisible Man so as to not arouse suspicion. And then ends up revealing his bee stings to the world once again and dancing with his wife. And that's Fernando.
I think I'm ready to give my vote. I don't know if it's just the blatant favoritism that we have on this show, but I think I gotta give it to Fernando this time.
Fernando all the way. This is, I think, Fernando's most sad boy episode.
Yeah, this is like the episode where I feel like there might have been some times where we did it because of the favoritism, but this episode, he earned it. He really did. So, all right. So before we end off, since this is the end of the season, I do want to go over the final sad boy rankings for season 2 of Fullest House. Here we go. Can we get some like dramatic music, Tyler, in post? All right. So, final results after season 2. In first place, tied for first place, I should say, with 4 sad boy wins apiece, is a tie between our current rad boy of the week, J Money, and Dr. Steve Hale with 4 wins apiece throughout 2 seasons. Tied for second place with 3 wins apiece, we have Ramona, Stephanie, and now Fernando Hernandez Guerrero tied for second place with 3 points. Woo! And that's our top 5. I don't want to go more into detail. That's our top 5 after season 2.
Wonderful.
And yeah, we'd like to thank everybody for watching and listening throughout season 2. We're going to be taking a break. We're going to be having another little filler episode in between before we start season 3.
There will be a new episode next week, but it's not going to be Fuller House.
It will be something else.
Thanks, everybody, for watching. We'll see you guys later. Harrison, take us out.
All right. Thanks, everybody, for listening to us. Can't wait to see you in season 3. You can find us in the meantime on Fullest House Pod on Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram. And I'm Harrison Bloom.
I'm Zach Horowitz.
I'm Mark Greene.
And until next time, may your houses be fuller and whatever.